say some words. I'll be singing this entire update, or this entire Q&A. Good morning, everybody. Happy November 12th? Are we 12 days into November? 13. Happy November 13th. We're already like halfway through November, which seems crazy. It seems like only yesterday we were on GameFound together funding Heroes of Tamriel. And like 2 weeks have passed already since that whole thing, and that is crazy. So here at CTG HQ, we've been playing catch up on all of the things that we, swept under the rug while Heroes of Tamriel was running. We are busily getting ready for Black Friday as well. We have several important products launching on Black Friday. Santoro's adjusting the focus. He's adjusting the... I'm looking better than ever, I assume. I haven't shaved in a few days. I look sharp as a tack. Do people use that phrase anymore? Probably not. But good morning and welcome to what is a Dragons of Etchinstone themed stream. And Mr. Andrew Santoro will be here after this opening Q&A, which may be long, may be short. We never know. We never know. We play it by ear in that respect. But Mr. Santoro will be showing you some Dragons of Etchinstone gameplay with the final production product, which we're really excited about. And then 2 weeks from last Monday. What day is it? It's Thursday. My brain thinks it's Tuesday. Again, there's just so much stuff going on. But a week from this coming Monday, 2 weeks from last Monday, we will be doing a Black Friday preview stream where we will be showing off Tanglewood's Rose for the first time. I have it right here. Don't tell anyone. It's a secret. But Tanglewood's Rose, along with a whole bunch of other stuff, is coming out on Black Friday. And we are excited to show off Tanglewood's Rose specifically and give you your first look at our sort of secret. It's not really a secret anymore, but it was a secret. Our secret 20 Strong Tanglewoods deck that we haven't said anything about really just yet, aside from very, very loose vagaries, so to speak. So yeah, we'll be showing that off a week from Monday. And we may even show a little 20 Strong Cloudspire. I don't know. We'll see. That is not releasing on Black Friday. I should clarify that right away, but we do have it, and some of you are starting to receive it as a part of your Cloudspire pledges. So it's about time we show off the final product of that too, and kind of give a look at how that developed. I don't think we've really shown it in any capacity since the Cloudspire Harbinger campaign, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it does look sick. It looks great, and really excited about that product too. So I'm going to give just a quick kind of like state of the company, state of the projects address, as I often do at the beginning of any of these streams. But as we put out in an update, I think last week, Dragons of Etchinstone is going to be arriving at various fulfillment hubs in the very near future. We expect that our container of it will land with us probably next Friday, and most of that campaign is cross-dock in its inception. And again, what cross-dock means is, for the most part, it can effectively come off of the container and go right back onto a pallet to go right out the door. That is going to be a 1 to 2. I probably shouldn't overpromise on behalf of the warehouse, but it's going to be a very quick fulfillment. It's going to be a very, very, very quick fulfillment. We think we're going to get that out the door in just a matter of 1 to 3 days. I think is kind of what we're predicting. It's going to be that fast, which is phenomenal. And that means that Dragons of Etchinstone will be releasing in the United States anyway on Black Friday. We had hoped to release it worldwide on Black Friday. Europe, that's likely not going to be the case, simply because most of their product is coming with their Cloudspire product, which unfortunately now is coming in January. However, as we stated in the update, we are shipping backers in Europe and much of the world. We are shipping them their orders via Yoon Express. So they're going to come drop shipped direct from China so that we can, one, avoid putting more on Spiral Galaxy's plate. They are crazy busy throughout the holidays. That's why we have to wait on Cloudspire. And two, to make sure that y'all get it right away. You don't need to wait for ocean freight at all. You don't need to wait for fulfillment at all. It's just going to come straight from China, right to your doorstep. You will be playing it for the holidays, even if you live in Europe, you'll need to wait till January to order it if you were not a backer on the campaign. So that is where that's at. Cloudspire, we have received one container here in the United States of our Cloudspire stock. We have started fulfillment of that campaign. The container that we have coming next week, I mentioned Dragons coming, probably next Friday. That container also has a ton of Cloudspire stuff. So that's going to be a huge injection of stock that we need for fulfillment on Cloudspire. And so we will be beginning really the heavier part of fulfillment of Cloudspire starting probably not end of next week because we need a day to unload the container, but the following week, which is when our Black Friday stuff is going to start. And then what am I forgetting? There's so many campaigns. There's so many campaigns. The pledge manager and late pledges for Heroes of Tamriel. If you missed it, the late pledges should be opening sometime next week. And then the pledge manager, as usual, goes live generally 30 days after the campaign closes, roughly. So that's where that campaign is at. We will have another update coming on translations for the original Elder Scrolls campaign sometime in the very near future, along with more details on where things are at with Tanglewoods for translations, along with more info on where things are at with Dragons for translations. Again, we are proactively reaching out to all of our partners to get updates on all of that stuff so that we can present it in a sort of unified way, and we have done that, and we are now waiting for responses and waiting to compile that information to get it out to you. Am I forgetting anything, Santoro? Is there anything that's like?
I don't think so.
Okay, great.
I didn't mention, but that green piece of paper there is a close-up cam that has green screen stuff going on. So
Oh, we got green screen stuff. So if I set this metal day tracker for the Elder Scrolls on there, it's going to look like it's in a dungeon or something?
Yeah. We have to get our guys on it. They'll animate a dragon in there.
Great.
Ready in a few years. But
That's exactly
for the moment, it'll just show up clean
oh,
in the corner.
great.
Although if it reflects some green, it'll look a little.
Okay, I'm gonna set this on there then.
Yeah.
Green and neon green and pink go really well together. That's one thing.
Really big next to your head.
What?
It shows up really big next to your head.
Oh, it's next to my head?
Now it's over your head.
Now it's wow. Okay, great. We're adding new special effects to these streams all the time. This is a very high budget operation that we have going on here. So on the topic though of Black Friday, so our Black Friday deals, and there's already I see a couple questions about kind of the timing and all of this kind of thing. For Black Friday, we will be previewing all of the deals, all of the bundles that we're offering, and that sort of thing. Again, a week from Monday on stream. They will then launch the following day. So that is the I keep getting these dates confused in my head. I was talking about it in our Monday morning meeting and getting it wrong. That is, so our Black Friday deals are launching on Tuesday, November 25th. So they're not launching on Black Friday. They are launching on the 25th. And I don't have the exact time everything's going live for you just yet. If we can make things go live at midnight, we likely will. But we also need to kind of like pay attention, and launching things at midnight makes it hard to pay attention and make sure that we're on hand to like fix any weird glitches or bugs that sometimes creep up when you launch like 65 new, it's not 65, but whatever. When you launch a bunch of new deals and bundles and products and that kind of thing, we just try to keep an eye on it, make sure that we have everything kind of squared away. So Tuesday, the 25th, that is when our Black Friday stuff will launch. What you can expect on Black Friday, you can expect the availability of Tanglewoods Rose. Launching for the first time worldwide. We have stock in all of our locations. It is ready to go. It will be launching on the 25th. Dragons of Etchinstone in the United States, you'll be able to purchase it, and it will be shipping before Christmas for the holidays. The Elder Scrolls Chef Class Pack, many of you have already added that into your pledge for Heroes of Tamriel, so you may not be super interested in picking it up now, but we are launching that on Black Friday for immediate and direct purchase. I believe it's $10. It's $8 or $10. I think it's $10. So that will be available to be purchased on Black Friday. The broader Tanglewoods products, so gold, red, white, Baba Yaga, and those types of things will be coming out of pre-order on the 25th, meaning they will be like shipping basically immediately. I say immediately, I use that in quotes. We're saying because we expect there to be a ton of orders, especially with Tanglewoods Rose launching, we're saying allow like 1 to 2 weeks for shipping any of our stuff that you order as a part of our holiday promotions. And then, we will have an assortment of really great bundles and values, just like we do every year for Black Friday. So there will be some Too Many Bones bundles. Riffle will be available for the entirety of the holiday season. So from the 25th through December 31st, you will be able to order Riffle for Too Many Bones. Also, we will be putting up the cloud storage. If you missed that on the Cloudspire Harbinger campaign, you'll be able to buy cloud storage, pre-order it, and then also the Trove chest for Too Many Bones. Both of those products will be available for pre-order starting on the 25th until December 31st. And again, those are big, bulky items that are made by hand. They're very custom. We essentially make them to order and fulfill them in the second quarter, toward the end of the second quarter of the subsequent year. So if you're still waiting, trying to get a hold of a Trove chest or cloud storage, you will have the opportunity to pre-order those during the holidays so that we can put the order in, and they generally ship to us shortly after Chinese New Year. They take a month on the water, and then we ship them out to you, all of you wonderful customers. So I think that is all of the just like whatever updates that I have off the top of my head. I think there's so much going on. There's so much swirling right now. One thing before I jump into the Q&A, the other thing that I will show you is we did get some samples of the bookmarks that this is actually what I should be putting on the green screen. The bookmarks that we decided to add for the Elder Scrolls. We actually already got some samples to show off. Do vertical?
Yeah.
Horizontal, you mean?
No, like you're doing, but.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah. So there is a blue one somewhere. I think as we were playtesting some of the Heroes content, I think they grabbed one to actually use it in practice. The magnets are nice and strong. You'll see it probably close on its own. No, it's not going to close on its own. Lower. Yeah, but it's pretty. They work really well. We were testing them on some of the Gazetteers, and they work great. These are not the final colors. These are close to the same colors as the Deluxe Adventure inventories, but they're not quite exact. So a little bit of work to do dialing those in, but they're working really nice. And yeah, so that's great too. And then also, I couldn't remember if we showed this during the campaign, but we got some updated. We did get a sample of the metal day tracker and an XP tracker for the Elder Scrolls, and you can see these metal coins like so. We didn't have great samples of these during the campaign, so we're showing those off as well. And I'll set this on here so you can kind of see how that looks. And things are magnetizing to all the. Yep, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Boom. There you go. So Blacksmith Pack 2 contains one of these bad boys, these two metal chips, and then some metal lockpicking dice that we do not have samples of just yet. So, yeah, I think that's everything that I can think of that is of note to go over proactively. So we can jump into the questions. I think we've tackled a handful of them already, but I think question on the bookmarks, will they open easily so that we don't have a risk of tearing or bending pages? Yeah, again, you can just like slide them off. You can just slide them off. So once you clamp them on, the magnets hold nice and tight. And then if you want to remove them, you just slide it off at the top, grabbing the top of the bookmark like so. They come off very easy. They're very nice. What sacrifice are you going to make to stop the curse of 20 strong dice? There is no sacrifice we can make. It is just how it is. What's 2026 looking like for Chip Theory Games? If you can give a small teaser for all that's coming, please. 10 to 15 words. Gonna make me count words while I speak.
Extra cryptic.
20 strong nemesis. So that's what, 3 words? That's 3 words. 20 strong nemesis. Unannounced medium weight fun thing, and 10th anniversary excitement is the plan right now. Anyway, I'm trying to think. I think that's, in terms of what I know and can say, that's about what I can say to y'all. It's looking great. We're really excited about next year's product offerings, and oh, I forgot one of them. How many words did I use?
Don't ask me.
You were the one counting.
Okay. Pull the tapes back, I'll get an answer for you.
So I will say jump starting Neon Night.
I think you overshot.
Jump starting's one word, is it not? Or is it 2 words?
Well, it's the dash. I think you did 16 regardless.
Yeah, the Neon Night thing is actually, there's a Neon Night campaign coming in February. Okay, and it's a game that we're very excited about. And over the holidays, if you put in a holiday order, you're going to, there might be something you receive in the mail that is a little teaser for what we have coming from Neon Night. in terms of a campaign in February. So pretty excited about that. So. Okay, with the success of the Dragons campaign, have you got anything else in the pipeline for small box in-hand games for 2026? So I was actually just talking with Joe Clipful, designer of Dragons, 2-3 days ago. I can't even remember. And because we were talking about getting him his copies of Dragons of Etchinstone, because he has some designer copies on in his contract, and we need to send them to him because he's in North Dakota. He is not here in Minnesota. But and we were just saying, so again, the Dragons of Etchinstone campaign, like we were very happy with it. We obviously, when you're selling a $15 game, you don't expect to make millions of dollars. And really, we viewed it as, I've talked about this before, but we viewed it as a market test. So we wanted to see, are the customers of the company that make the insane $225 monstrosities interested in a more, micro scale type of product from us that we still try to do up with deluxe production. And we could have theoretically just gone straight to print on Dragons of Etchinstone. We didn't necessarily need crowdfunding funds to make that product happen. We could have developed it in the background and probably just released it over the holidays. But, one of the reasons crowdfunding is so important to the board game industry is not just the funds, it is the market test and the market data that you get from a crowdfunding campaign. And we were very, very curious. We had no idea if people would want something like this from us or not, or if they'd be very underwhelmed by it and be like, why are you... we're used to the thing with endless, expansions and crazy keywords all over the place. Dragons has some keywords, but and big and lavish and crazy. So the campaign told us, yes, there is definitely a market for this. Now, what we need to watch is how it sells once it actually releases. And once we actually send out review copies to folks and we start to see the reception of it and that kind of thing, we expect that's going to go really well. And if it does, we would absolutely love to do more of this type of thing, more smaller products. And again, the board game industry is in a very strange place right now. It feels like consumer sentiment is down. Part of that's just the economics of the world right now. Some of it's tariffs and prices going up and that kind of thing. But even from a business protection standpoint, we want more of these kind of low risk things. So we were saying to Joe, there are some of his games that he has pitched to us, and we do. We at least have our eye on them for potential publication. We want to make sure that this bad boy right here sells as well as we expect it to once it releases. And, holidays will be a part of that continued market test to see if moving forward with those types of things is something we want to do. So, and we love Joe and we love Joe's designs. There's plenty of other folks also making like small box games that we may solicit some pitches from. It's not the type of thing that we generally have a ton of interest internally in developing. But as we look to bridge gaps between our big kind of tentpole releases, this kind of thing is perfect for doing that, and it's relatively low risk. We can print it. Really long explanation. That's basically my way of saying I don't think you'll ever see another crowd-funded small box game, or if we did something like that, it would probably be like a crowd-funded trilogy of small box games or something along those lines. If we went that route, but more than likely what you would see is us releasing this sort of thing directly into our web store if we were going to sign something or do more of that kind of stuff in the future. Nothing is currently signed. Nothing is currently planned. Again, we are just watching closely how this product performs for us over the holidays so that we can make a kind of, informed and intelligent decision that doesn't waste a bunch of money. So there you go. Any info on delivery timeline in Europe? I think I kind of covered that a little bit. Cloudspire will be January that is coming. Dragons, Unixpress, I think we just sent them all of the order data this week. So there's a good chance they'll be starting fulfillment sometime in the next 1 to 2 weeks, I think is what logistics was telling us. And as far as Tanglewoods, Spiral Galaxy is actively fulfilling Tanglewoods right now. I think they're close to done, I think. Don't quote me on that. Wait for an update that says it formally, but my gut says they're almost done. Will there be any promo offering for Black Friday? So there's no promo products being available like that we're releasing on Black Friday. They are all like mainline products, but there are lots of promotional bundles, big discounts on some things, etc. that we will be launching on Black Friday. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Oh snap! Cloudspire pledges are going out in the U.S. Yes, some. The first container had enough product. So one of the things about this Cloudspire product or project is that it's very complex. It's very complex in terms of the variety of things that people have added to pledges, because that product line has been around for a while, and there's a whole bunch of new stuff. And there's stuff like the one-off Yabanthe chip. There's stuff like the double thick source and health fortress health trackers, that kind of thing. Because it's very complicated, we can't batch much of it. And when we batch a project, that means that there's, generally 1,000 to 2,000 of the exact same order that we can kind of just rip through in a hurry. And we get ourselves set up to fulfill that, 1,000 orders, boom, 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 boom. They're all the same. We don't have to think about it. You can kind of go on autopilot. With Cloudspire, the largest batch that we're able to create, I think, is about 300 orders, which means that of the... What did we end up with? We ended up with around, I think, 6,000 backers on that campaign, something like that. That means of the 6,000 orders, only a few hundred of them are identical. The rest of them are very bespoke and custom. And so that first container, though it contained a ton of odds and ends from Cloudspire, only allowed us to fulfill about 400 orders here internally. We need the second container to get the rest of the stuff to be able to start fulfilling more in earnest. But that container, again, is arriving. It's scheduled to arrive, I think, next Friday. Sometimes that can shift by a day or two, so there's a chance that it'll come, a week from Monday, potentially. You just never know. But yes, Cloudspire in the United States, anyway, has started with a small amount of orders.
7,649 backers.
Okay. I didn't, and that would also include the pledge manager. I don't remember how many we took on the campaign versus the pledge manager, but 7,500 orders, the largest batch of orders that is like the same thing is only about 400, which is very, again, compare that to Dragons of Etchinstone where it's probably like a batch of like 4,000, a batch of 3,000, and a batch of 1,000, and that's going to allow us to just fly through that in a hurry. So, question: cloud storage shipping separately than the core game? ETA on when that will start shipping? If so, yes, it will ship separately from the core game. Though there is a pre-pack that has, I think I showed it in the last update, but there is a pre-pack that has, I think, the miniatures and the cloud storage together in one box that's pre-packed and all protected. I think that's the last Cloudspire update we did. I think I talked about that. It might be 2 updates ago. Look for the YouTube video where I am wrestling with a giant box and you can see my boxers. That's the video you're looking for, where we show off the pre-packs for the cloud storage. But ETA on when that will start shipping, I am not off the top of my head, and I can get this information, but off the top of my head, the container that's coming next week, I don't think has any cloud storages in it, but I might be mistaken about that. It's just the second container of Cloudspire stuff is coming next week, and then I think the next container after that is coming like in the first or second week of December, I think. Maybe end of this month. I'd have to look. Read your updates. The latest information I have is also the information that was in the last update regarding kind of when things are staggered and arriving. So, okay. Can we get 20 Strong Cloudspire and Harbinger if we didn't get the referenced games?
You'll need 20 strong.
I think you're just talking about 20 Strong with this, not Harbinger. But Yes, 20 Strong Cloudspire will be available for purchase. It'll be available for pre-order actually sometime this week. I think probably either today or tomorrow. We're working on getting all the Cloudspire stuff up for pre-order. And that will be releasing once we're done with fulfillment for Cloudspire. So that will likely be releasing like in January-ish. You'll be able to pre-order it again, but it won't release until next year. And yes, it's absolutely playable. You don't need to know about Cloudspire to understand it. It's a really great deck on its own. And you'll be able to see more of that very soon when we show it off. As for the Harbinger stuff, I think you're just asking about Cloudspire, if I understand your question correctly.
They're asking about 20 Strong.
Yeah, okay,
Answer
perfect.
the question.
Yes, okay, beautiful. All right. We, as customers and backers, want to know if we will get our game before Black Friday. Are we going to get our game before retail? If you're asking about Dragons, yes, we are shipping all per region. Okay, I should specify per region. We will be shipping every backer copy of Dragons in the United States before we sell any pre-orders or direct orders for Dragons here in the United States. If you are a backer in Europe, again, Yoon Express is likely going to be fulfilling that entire project in the next couple weeks. And we will not be selling Dragons of Etchinstone or shipping copies of Dragons of Etchinstone to anybody at retail prior to backers having their copies. In Australia, same thing. We'll make sure Aetherworks fulfills all of the Dragons backer orders before they ship any website orders. What we cannot control and what no company can control is if a retailer has pledged on our campaign and they get their copies through the fulfillment process and they put it up for sale prior to us finishing fulfillment. We can't control that. That is out of our hands. We just fulfill as fast as we can everywhere. But yes, I tried to be hyper clear on this in the last update, and I know like with language barriers and stuff, sometimes that's challenging to fully understand what I'm saying. But yes, we are going to make sure that if you have backed a game in a specific region, you are going to get your copy before anybody who ordered it from the website gets their copy in your same region. I hope that makes sense. Has Chip Theory Games considered starting Black Friday sales early? Yes, we are starting ours early. They are starting on the 25th. Black Friday is the 29th, I think? 28th. Math. So yes, we are starting them. We're starting our sales like 2 or 3 days early. We have talked, yes, like, some people who are like, it's Black Friday and it's Halloween. We're not going to start them that early. Again, part of that was we have some products that we're trying to release and make a big splash with on Black Friday, and we need to make sure we have them in their respective locations in order to like start the sales. So we are doing them a few days early. Would we ever do like a week or 2 weeks early? Maybe in the future. It just kind of depends on the context of the year and what we're trying to put out in a given year, if that makes sense. Will we have to wait for the next 20 Strong campaign for 20 Strong Cloudspire? No, you'll be able to pre-order again. You'll be able to pre-order 20 Strong Cloudspire likely this week, and it will release as soon as we're done fulfilling the Cloudspire project. It's not a limited edition thing. It's not a promotional thing. It is a full-fledged, mainstream, mainline 20 Strong deck that you will absolutely, I'll put it on the green screen so you can see it. That you will absolutely just be able to buy through our web store. And that was always the intent. We just liked the synergy of putting it on that Cloudspire Harbinger campaign because we had it already in development and it made sense as a theming thing, and it helped us hit some more stretch goals, which is great. When we're doing 4-player, how do you know where to start around the table? 1, 2, 3, 4, or can we start anywhere? Is it different if it's 6 or 7? I do not understand your question. I also don't understand why you put that question in here without clarification.
That is all that was provided.
Whoever asked that question,
Assume it's in regards to Cloudspire? I don't know.
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. If you want to clarify that question in the chat, please do so. Yeah, if it's a question about Cloudspire, I don't know. If it's a question, yeah, I don't know. Okay, please clarify that question, and I'll see what I can do to answer it. Yes, you can order 20 Strong Cloudspire and Harbinger alone if you didn't pledge. Again, those pre-orders should be going up in the next week or two. You can expect that to likely ship in January if it's in the United States. Might be February if you are outside the United States, depending on how fulfillment goes through Spiral Galaxy and some of those types of things. I don't have an update on Tanglewoods for Canada at this exact moment. It should be very, very soon. So it's not like that's not a way of saying like it's never coming or something. I just don't know that information off the top of my head. I'm trying to keep track of like 100 containers right now that are all in different places in the world and different fulfillment timelines, but it should be very soon if it hasn't started already. So can you show off the clicking on the metal dials? The clicking. You want to see the clicking. I assume you just mean boop and boop, like so. They're real nice. Real nice, real slick. Any possibility of 20 strong burn cycle? Yes. There is a possibility of 20 strong burn cycle. No, it is not in development right now, but we do always try to, again, one of the goals of 20 strong is to like largely, when we can, obviously there is stuff like Tanglewoods that we do all new art for, and we, same with Solar Sentinels, that kind of thing. Cloudspire is largely art from Cloudspire that we had already that we're able to repurpose and kind of reuse in a much larger format than just a tiny little chip. And so, yes, we would love to do a burn cycle 20 strong deck at some point. There is not one in development at this time, but we have a ton of assets for burn cycle, and it would probably sell better as a 20 strong deck than it did as a big box game as well, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately, I don't know. Maybe that will be the thing. Whoops, sorry. Maybe that will be the thing that eventually leads us to revisit that franchise. I don't know. But yes, definitely a possibility in the future. Nothing in the works at this time. What's Neon Knight? So Neon Knight Games is our like sort of imprint label with Manny Tremblay. We have released 2 games under that imprint so far, Neon Rain and Fight 5. And those are games that Manny designed along with his team of designers. Aaron Hine is kind of the primary co-designer on both of those projects that he worked with. And as we've talked about at length, we have wanted to release like lighter stuff for years, more accessible stuff for years, more retail-friendly stuff for years. But when you are known as the premium production company, as the company that releases 20-pound games, etc., that's a hard thing to do. But we've passed on many games that have been offered to us that were objectively great games, simply because they didn't fit the chip theory like brand or the chip theory ethos, or we couldn't quite do what we wanted to. We always, like there's been games that were like just really great PvP games, but there wasn't like solo wasn't ever going to be a thing for them, either because it was too hard to develop or just doesn't work. It's just not the way the game works. So Manny came to us, this was like 2 years ago now, and was like, hey, I've got some cool lighter games that I'd love to get published. Are you interested? And we were like, yeah, let's just make it a thing. So thus far, they've been all games that have been designed by Manny and some of his co-designing team. In the future, who knows, we may take it in some additional directions or sign some additional games outside of Manny's purview. But Manny is ridiculously prolific and he's ridiculously talented. And so we have like a separate pipeline of games from Manny that we are working on developing with him to release that are on the lighter side of things. Lighter, I feel like when we say lighter, it's always like viewed as this bad thing, but it's more the family weight style of stuff that you can learn in 5 to 10 minutes instead of 1 to 2 hours, and get to the table. And it has Manny's like signature bright neon art style attached to it. He does the art for it, and we just really like working with Manny. He's a great dude, great designer, incredible artist. He's an incredible designer. Sorry, the way I phrased that was like he's a good designer, but an incredible artist. He's an incredible designer and artist, and so it's kind of our way of getting some non-chip theory stuff into the world that we're still really excited about, but don't need to have chips and don't need to do like just absolutely insane production on them, because some games just don't need that. Sometimes our reputation for overproduction. Sometimes games don't need overproduction. Sometimes they can exist in a smaller, lighter format, and so that's what Neon Knight is. So Dragons Europe, January. Dragons Canada before Christmas, because I bought a lot of Fetch and Bones for presents. So the container that has Dragons in Canada is arriving basically like on Black Friday. And again, because it's cross-stock, we still expect that fulfillment will go very, very fast. But we haven't technically heard from ILO yet exactly like their fulfillment timeline on that. But the container for it is arriving like almost exactly on Black Friday itself, which again is November 27th. So yeah, I think you'll definitely have it before Christmas, barring any terrible things happening. But I should probably be careful about saying that just in case ILO is like, heck no, we're not doing that. But they will have the container well before Christmas. Hopefully you get it before Christmas. Are you getting any inspirations from your Oathsworn playthrough for future games at Chip Theory? We're only 3 sessions in, unfortunately. I'm playing through Oathsworn with Andrew Chesney, who is our Chief Operations Officer, and Jeff Tidball, who runs Prolific Games and Left Justified Studios here in town and does some project management for us and has helped us get better at being closer to on time with our projects. And then Alex Schmidt, who is the COO of Stonemaier Games and just recently moved to the Twin Cities. It's really great. It's really great. I don't know that we've gotten more inspired by that necessarily, but I'm just trying to think of if there's anything that I've taken away from that I'm like, definitely. I mean, one thing that Elder Scrolls has been criticized for is just not having like a really, really clean narrative through line. And again, that was an intentional choice, that wasn't an accident. But my favorite thing about Oathsworn so far is just like playing through that very, very specific narrative is pretty cool. And it does tell a very, very compelling story. That said, I don't know that when I'm done with it, I would ever want to go back and play through it again. And that's the give and take with those types of games, right? And with legacy games and all that type of thing. So it's a great game, though. It's a great game. And also the guys at Shadowborn, I mean, as we've kind of shown with their Games for Good initiative that we talked about in the last update, with the wells that were drilled in Nepal and all that kind of thing. Folks over there are just tremendous. If you love CTG, show Shadowborn some love as well if you've never backed one of their games. They're great people and make great products as well. So, is the Guild Vault for Heroes of Tamriel expected to ship at the same time as the rest of the campaign? Yes, and in fact, if anything, I think there's actually a chance it might ship earlier than the rest of the campaign, which is kind of weird. But that's the type of thing that when we're done with the design, we're going to get it rolling and we're going to get it out the door because, again, they take a long time to make. They take up a ton of space, and so it's the type of thing that when it's ready. We're going to ship it. We're going to get it out the door. I'm not saying it's on schedule to be early. I'm just saying, if anything, at worst, it will be with the rest of the stuff, but possibly it could even happen early. We've shipped Trove chests early before for other campaigns and that kind of thing. But yes, 20 Strong Rose will be available on Black Friday, and it's great, and we'll show it very soon. Joined late. Is cloud storage already with VFI? Is it in the queue? Everything 20 strong ready with VFI. Off the top of my head, I am not certain, and I would hesitate to answer that. Everything's like on its way at the very least. VFI is a very small operation, and we don't always get like super clear and super concise and timely communication from them on exactly where things are at. So I apologize for not knowing the answer to that. There's no need to, or there's no reason to be concerned about it. I do know that like everything is like well in hand and on its way. I just don't know the very, very specifics of exactly where that stuff is at. So, any updates on 20 Strong Nemesis? We are planning to run the 20 Strong Awakened Realms campaign. So again, that's Nemesis, Tainted Grail, and Ether Fields are the 3 decks, and we are planning to run that campaign in April. So Neon Knight campaign planned for February, 20 Strong Awakened Realms planned for April. I don't have a specific April date for you at this exact moment, but everything's looking great. I can say again that we showed off both Nemesis and Ether Fields at our big content creator weekend that we hosted around Heroes of Tamriel, and the reception to both was just phenomenal. Like people were really, really, really into them. You may have I know like Nemesis is like the big headliner. You may think that like you may have preconceptions around what Ether Fields is or isn't, or it might not look appealing to you or what have you. The Ether Fields deck is really, really, really great as well. There were some high-profile folks here that literally sat and played 20 Strong Ether Fields for like 4 hours, while some other people were doing Elder Scrolls stuff and just ate it up and loved it. So there's a lot of great stuff coming for that. What is in the future for Roth? Not at liberty to say a ton about that right now, but we're very, very excited about that game. And again, I know there's been lots of chatter about like the solo rules needing some work and the rule book potentially being a little bit unclear in some of these types of things. We are aiming to address all of those issues moving forward. We have some plans for Roth moving forward. We love that game, and Manny's got some exciting ideas. And we've said before, Roth probably would have been a Neon Knight game had we had the Neon Knight arrangements figured out before we launched that campaign. We probably would have tried to do a retail version of it right from the jump that didn't necessarily have the neoprene mats. It might have had double layered cardboard and some of those types of things. So so that's some kind of hints on where some things might be going with Roth moving forward. But we have so many projects in the works. This has been such a challenging year. This has been such a challenging year in every capacity for Chip Theory. We are now with that Elder Scrolls campaign kind of like behind us in the sense of like needing to run it and promote it in a super significant way, because campaigns just are abusive creatures to the people that need to run them. I just can't express that enough. But with that now in the rear view mirror, we are turning our attention to a lot of these things that we kind of had to table at various points this year, simply because of things like tariffs and just like the chaos in this industry. So lots of plans, lots of things coming. It's a great game. We're really excited about it, and you will see more about it in the future. I don't have an exact timeline for you. It might be 2026. It might stretch into 2027 before we're able to do everything we want to do with Roth, but we're really excited about that game and that line, and we love it. So there you go. When will there be another stream centered around the Elder Scrolls? I would say probably after the holidays is the most likely time for that. We worked really hard to get things like buttoned up to whatever extent we could for the Heroes of Tamriel campaign. Now that has passed. Now we're like back in the shop sort of working on things. And then when we have a new batch of things that we're ready to show, that would be probably the next time that we stream around the Elder Scrolls. For the next month or two, it's going to be around a lot of the stuff that we have coming for the holidays. We haven't shown anything like with the new Cloudspire factions since those have been finished, and since we've had production copies of those. We haven't shown you 20 Strong Cloudspire yet. We've barely shown, we haven't shown any Tanglewood's Rose. We've barely shown Dragons of Etchinstone aside from the campaign. So it'll be a bit. We know people love Elder Scrolls. We just want to have some new stuff to show you before we go back to that and start showing that again. Has it been confirmed if Awakened Realms 20 Strong will be completely AI free? To whatever extent they can give us confidence about that, yes. To our knowledge, anyway. So 20 Strong Nemesis is based on Nemesis, but it's not based on Nemesis Outbreak. It's not based on Nemesis Outbreak. Is it Outbreak? Lockdown, that's what I was trying to think. And then the other one is Retaliation. So it's not based on either of those games. And I think those are the games where things started to get a little bit murky with Awakened Realms' use of AI. We are firmly and completely, and I say this unequivocally, against using AI art in our games. I cannot say that with any more like emphasis and aggression is the wrong word, but like that's like we employ full-time. Yeah, we employ full-time 2 artists that do art for us all day long. One is Anthony Letourneau, who's been working for us for years. You know him. You know about his homesteading and that he cures his own meats. We're going to try and bring the hashtag cured meats back, even though hashtags aren't even really a thing anymore. I long for the days of simplicity and hashtag cured meats. And then Federico Pompli, who lives in the Netherlands, is also a full-time artist. He has done a ton of work on the Elder Scrolls and some of our other games. For the Tanglewoods decks, we had Manny do over 300 unique pieces of art. Poor dude, again, was just like chained to his iPad like forever. And then we also have contracted with a number of other artists. Johan, I don't know if it's Bissonnet or Bissonnet, has done a lot of our map work for a lot of our games, for Cloudspire and for Elder Scrolls. Like, we invest heavily in art. We are not interested in supporting AI art in any way, shape, form, capacity. Not a thing. So now, we weren't involved in the development of art for any of Awakened Realms games, but we are asking and requesting concrete statements from them saying the assets that we are using for these games, which again, I think are all before any of those murmurs of them starting to use a little bit of AI in some of their art were even a thing. We're getting whatever assurances we can to that end. So that's what I would say about that. Have you had talks about your IP being made into movies or TV shows? We are more niche than you think. So no. There have been talks of like some maybe like novels or novellas or tabletop RPGs from various folks outside of this building. But I don't think any of our games are big enough to warrant that type of treatment, unfortunately. We would love that. But probably not. If we are filling gaps, buying expansions for different products, we can never trigger the build your own bundles on your website. How about some gifts for cross-product purchases? So we do have some build your own bundles on the website, as you're referencing. They are like narrowed to like specific franchises right now. And so I see what you're saying. Like, what if I want to buy the Grige, and I want to buy a Gearlock, and I want to buy a Corporation from Burn Cycle? We can look at that. Those build your own bundles, though we've left them on for a long time, we will be looking, as we go into the new year, we will be looking at new ways to incentivize purchases. So possibly we may look at like some cross IP build your own bundle type of thing. I don't know. We're always looking to spruce up deals and change things up and give people new things to look at. I think that build your own bundles will actually be turned off for the holidays in favor of the really aggressive like value bundles that we'll be offering, et cetera, et cetera. So I've been trying to buy Valenwood from the website. It shows sold out, and I have requested an email for when it's back in stock. Yeah, the back in stock feature is not working properly, and I apologize for that in advance. We are looking at that and trying to, there's some back end development that we need to do, and it's because of the way that our stock is handled across like multiple warehouses worldwide. So you might be getting notifications that are triggering because it's gone back in stock in a different region, and it's still not available in your specific region. There is some work we need to do fix that on our web development side, and I apologize that is not in place yet. So Valenwood will be coming back in stock everywhere, I think, relatively soon. So apologies for that, but yes, something that we are working on and something that we need to fix. New CTG Kids games this year? Question mark. Possibly. We have some stuff that is kind of working in the background. Full transparency, the tariffs have made that initiative really challenging. And so we needed to take a step back from it to kind of evaluate where we want that to go moving forward. Again, just because it's a brand that we're still kind of trying to build, similar to Neon Night, but it's a brand that's harder to build because it's a sort of unique, different audience, whereas there's a lot of crossover with our Neon Night audience and the CTG audience. So we have, I think, 1 or 2 games that are basically kind of like ready to go, and we could put into production when we want to. But we've kind of been waiting to find out if tariffs will make that line viable moving forward or not. Those aluminum solo games, the first, the volume 1, the solo series that we put out, those are pretty expensive to manufacture, and with tariffs in place, they're tough to justify from a financial perspective for us at their current price point, and they're already not super cheap. So anyway, a little bit of inside baseball, but we'd like to continue doing that. We'd like to keep pushing those, but just we need some more time. Need some more time on that. So we'll keep you posted. That's all the questions. If you did not ask a question, that's your fault, not mine. And you'll need to just live with that, the weight of that, for the rest of the stream, which is hard. So we're going to take a 5-minute break, 10-minute break? 5. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and, he's adding one more question. Will all the Burn Cycle content be available during the holidays? 3 expansions are out of stock. I am not sure what region you're referring to, because, again, stock varies by region. I am not certain on the shifting of stock around for Burn Cycle. I can say there is a large Burn Cycle bundle available for the holidays. As it relates to your specific region, I do not know. And even if you clarified your region, I still would not know, because there's probably some stock rejiggering that would need to happen that may already be in motion that I'm not aware of, but I would need to talk to our ops team. Apologies for the lack of clarity on that. Okay, I'm going to get out of here and get back to work on getting our Black Friday stuff like buttoned up and ready to go, and some other initiatives that we've got going on here internally. Andrew Santoro will be back in 5 minutes with some production copy Dragons of Etchinstone gameplay for y'all. Thank you for watching. We'll be back in 5 minutes. By the way, if you like this sort of thing, if you like looking at my pale face, my pale unshaven face, answering questions for you, if you like live streams and gameplay and that kind of thing, please smash that like button. I hate saying that. It's the worst. Santoro makes me say it. He makes me say it. I'm here against my will. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, please like these streams. Please subscribe to our channel so that we can continue investing and putting resources into this, because we love doing this kind of thing for y'all, and we hope you appreciate it as well. So thank you for watching the Q&A portion of this stream. 5 minutes from now, we'll be back with Dragons of Etchinstone gameplay. Be back in a little bit. See ya.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. Let me know if audio and video are still looking good and existing. I am a one-man show today, so it's going to be slightly harder to get everything going naturally. I've got a delay. It's good. I'm a little out. I'm a little out of sorts. Let me see. A little less crop on the top. All right. Is this better? It might be a little loud. As Gilly said, if you are enjoying the streams and would like to see them keep going, having us keep putting resources into them, make sure to give this a like. Make sure to share it up. Oh, thank you. I like this sweater too. So I'm going to be playing some Dragons of Etchinstone today. Here's let me see. It's hard to keep the screen and all this in frame. So let's see how this is going. Ooh, that's really big. Nice. I love it. Green screen is working great. Man, I wish this worked better. Let me see what I can do here. There we go. That should be better. Okay. All right, so Dragons of Etchinstone comes in this neato box that can hold all of your expansions. This will hold dragons. It currently has Valenwood in there as well, and then it can hold Siege. That's probably not in focus right now, but you know, there we go. The expansions come in these nifty little booster packs, so you can just crack them open and throw the rest away. Yeah. Green screen's neat. We got a little perforation mark too, so you can open them up real easy, just like your One Piece packs. If you're playing your One Piece trading card game, unlike your Magic packs, I don't think they have the perforation mark. Maybe they do. I don't know. Yeah, but look at these cards. These cards came out so cool. I'm trying to put something that doesn't have green on it over here. Hopefully there's not a bunch of green refraction. Hopefully. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Pretty clean. All the dragons. So I think I'm just going to be showing off a base playthrough of dragons today, just to show you, you know, how it's looking with the final stuff. And then we'll wrap it up. Just do a nice little dragon stream. So that is Siege. All the stuff there. I wonder how this one's got a lot of green. Let's see. Is that one going to be really messed up? And also, we will be attending PAX next week. That is why there's no stream next week. We'll have PAX Unplugged coming up. Make sure to stop by the booth to say hello if you are there. Love to say hello. And then as soon as I return, we'll be doing a stream on that Monday, the following Monday. I'm getting off the plane, coming directly to the office to do a stream. Your structure cards, these are looking good too. I turn them, you flip them, great stuff. And these even have little dividers. These little cool dragon dividers. I don't know if these are a thing we even talked about or advertised, but these are cool little dragon dividers that will keep all of your expansions separate. So you know what goes where. You're not wondering why Noramir the Ancient One is hanging out with your basic guys. Demonstration of deluxe wallet. That was my next thing here. So you got this is the packaging for it. All right. Comes in this thing. Leatherette. Probably not. I'm almost fairly positive it's not real leather, but got this here. I see. I've got such a delay. So there's the front with that cool Dragons logo. Back has the Chip Theory logo. This one will hold your base game, I believe. Let me see here. Base game of Dragons. So there is my. Did I separate these well? I did. Okay. So we got our base game. That will slide right into your. Here's your wallet. I don't know how much of this is in. There we go. Kind of. And then we can slide all of our dragon stuff in there. And then it's all magnetized. Zoop. There you go. Demo. And there is. That is the room for the game. Base game in there. You can obviously add in any of your Northvale stuff that you want to be carrying with you. If you have a specific wizard set of cards that you want to swap out, I believe you could hold. Let me see here. Let's see what we can pop in here. So we could hold the Northvale Dragons. We could hold. Can we have the regions? Can we have the regions? Well, these are all the wizards. Where's the regions? We could add our regions. All right. So we're starting to get a little tight on the regions. Could add in our little reference card for the regions. I don't think we'd add the rule books. This is Sans rule books. Maybe one rule book. But there you go. Dragon's wallet. Feels really nice. Really squishy. Feels like a wallet, I'll say that. Classic dad wallet. Put this in your back pocket. Probably don't do that. You shouldn't sit on this. It's bad for your spine and probably for the product. All right. It's been a hot minute since I've played a game of Dragons of Etchinstone, so forgive me if I play poorly or don't remember things completely. What did I add in here? Just those things. Which of these dragons would we like to see? So we've got Helsang, the Undying. We've got Vorhast, Death and Darkness. We've got Rodving, The Last Breath, and Grimrock, Scales of Stone. Grimrock sounding like what's the publisher who makes Grimrock? Oh man, I'm blanking. From the young. Oh wow, I'm losing it. Well, Chuck Liefeld. No. Rob Liefeld. Grimrock. Grimrock, Scales of Stone is our selected dragon here. He's our guy. So he really, really does law blue stuff. Oh, we all love Grimrock. What am I thinking of? I'm going to lose my mind if I... Oh, his name's not Grimrock. It's Badrock, isn't it? Badrock? Yeah, that's his name. What a terrible character. You know Badrock from the Young Bloods. That's what it was. Rob Liefeld, Badrock. Boy, did I love all of that when I was a boy. All right, so we are going to be starting with our wizard deck here. Those are our reference cards. So these are our cards that come in a variety of colors. From red, purple, yellow, blue. We got them all the colors in the rainbow. Not really at all, but we got them all. They're all going to start on their level 2 side. They all got different names. How you will use Northvale, if you want to add that in, is you will swap out specific cards from this deck. So you just give it a shuffle. Shuffle it up. See up here? This is how I shuffle my PVC cards, by the way. If people were asking about that earlier. I just lightly, lightly mass shuffle. It's not hard on the edges because the edges ain't touching. You just be careful about it. Don't work for like a huge deck of cards, but tried to add the expansion. I got an error saying cannot apply selling plan to variant. I would maybe refresh the card and try again. And if that keeps happening, let me know and I'll mention it. I will copy and paste this into chat with our web guy so that he can figure that out. All right, so we are shuffled up here and we are drawing 4 cards. We are starting in Region 1, which has this cool red panda, this neat, nifty little monkey, this heroic heron, and this massive minotaur. I don't know, cowman? Not sure what he is. And then we're traveling through the bottom areas for regions. So our opening hand here, this isn't going to work for this. So I'll just be spreading it out here. So we've got our Frostfire Wall, Burning Bridges, River Swiftness, Frostfire Wall Red. And we have our top card here. So our top card of the deck is going to tell us what we're going to be dealing with. So for this one, it is Expedition 2, Journey 2. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but it's the travel part. So we're going to have to be generating 8 feet. It is still feet, yes, 8 feet. If we can't do it, we're going to take 1 time penalty. If we can do it, we're going to get 3 experience. 3 experience is pretty good. I do like 3 experience. What are we looking at for boots? If we do generate blue boots, we can add, I believe, the modifier from our unused card. So we're going to use 3 cards to generate our set. Icons like this flame are attack. The boots generate boots. The top one, let me actually put one over here. Put red. That's the least like green, probably. And I'll break down exactly what card is. So here's our name, level of the card, little other icon to let you know what type of card it is for colorblind folks who have trouble distinguishing between the colors. This over here, if this was our top card, we'd be facing enemy 1. That is not our top card of the deck. This is in our hand, so that symbol does not matter. Over here is our initiative. If this is our blank card, I'm going to double check on that one, but one of them gives you your initiative. Up here is how many boots this will generate if this is like our action card. This is if we pair it with a red card, we'll generate that number instead. You'll get it based on, so this one's like if you pair this card with a blue card, you'll get the upgraded version. Down here is a modifier. This one grants +2 to either your initiative or to either of these numbers. And then if you do have to take some damage from an enemy, from a dragon, whatever, this is how much damage this card blocks out personally. Over here, we are facing Journey 2, so we're having to generate 8 boots. This is a blue journey, so if we're able to generate blue boots, we get a benefit. Down here is how much experience we'll get if we actually do it, which is 3. And then over here is how much time has passed if we're unable to do it. It took us extra time. We'll have to discard a card from our deck, which is bad, because basically you're working your way through your entire deck 4 times. Because each time you make your way through the deck, which is just drawing a card and you don't have the cards to fill it up, you flip this region to Region 2, and then you flip Region 3 over to Region 2 over to Region 3, Region 4, and then we're facing old Grimrock, Scales of Stone. Man, he is foiling so cool. Foiling on these cards. These cards look so good. And like, this is another thing. We've not shown these Cloudspire cards yet. My goodness, these look so good. That was dork. Foiling on these, they're so strange. It's completely unrelated. I don't even have a 20 strong set right now. But these look so good. Alright. I played this one just the other week. It's really good. Really fun. I think it is one of the best 20 strong decks. I say that about every 20 strong deck. It's hard to see the finish. The finish is very subtle on these. Does that help? Is that doing anything for you? Yeah? Yeah. Got the glossy finish on the character, nothing on the card itself, and then glossy finish on the stat bars here, and then this like line on the bottom. So it really pops in really interesting ways. And then glossy finish on the spire, the name, and the blueprint of it. One of the weirdest 20 strings, and this one's so strange in how it works. You can't just roll from your pool. You roll them and you load up your blueprints, and then the spires will fire on the enemies. You're not really actually fighting enemies for the most part. Interesting design. All right, so we are in region 1. We have a 2 expedition on top, so we are having to generate 8 boot. Looks like we can probably do that. So if, let's see here. Oh, it is a little hard though. Oh, also there is a thing, if I can generate at least half or more, I will get the experience, but I'll still suffer the penalty if I can both beat the penalty and, or if I can both hit the number, I'll get the experience and not get the penalty. So I want that. That seems good. So we're gonna put this boot here. Let me just double check on the order of the set. Again, it's been a while. All right, so our reserve card is the leftmost. Our element is up front, our spell is the middle, and our boost is the back card. So our boost is providing the plus from the number there. And then initiative is not going to matter for a travel, but what is granting initiative? I believe it is my element card. Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong. I'll look it up when it comes up. So boot here, we want to pair it with blue. So it says something like this, so we want that blue. If I would like, I can fuse 2 cards of the same color and choose which one I want as the top. I'll use the stats of the top one. This becomes whatever color I want. So could fuse these 2 red, have 5 initiative, and have this be a blue card, but you do burn 2 cards doing that. Also the foiling on these, man, game's just looking so good. We're getting so good at foil treatments on cards. I think I'm going to keep this as a reserve card. 5 initiative's really good. I guess this one is 6. Oh, man. This is the only one I really care about getting rid of, I suppose. It's got 1 initiative. What's going on with that? Okay, so this is granting me blue and 5 initiative. Over here, I've got the 6, when paired with blue, so I've got 6 boots, and then plus 2 boots. I've hit 8 boots. They're also blue, so I think I use the boost of this card, so I think I'm at 10 boots, which is wild. So I have passed it. I do not get the penalty. I get 3 experience. And how I'm going to use experience, each of the cards also have this number down here, which is the cost to upgrade this specific card. So typically my strat is I like to upgrade the card that I am keeping in hand. So I'll upgrade Crossfire Wall over there to level 3. Okay. Then you discard your action set. You have used it up to a discard pile. Back into my little hand here. Let's see what's looking good here. And then we draw back up to 4. I think this one hit a slight delay because the rules initially said draw 4. A very different ball game. We're doing a lot of traveling. So this one is 3. So we're going to be doing Expedition 3, which is 11. My goodness. 11? Interesting. And it's red. Huh. Yeesh. I don't think I got that. I can make 6 with this guy. When paired with a blue. So I can get half. I think that's about the best I can do. I will get 4 experience, which is not bad. And this would provide me blue armor, so I kind of want to upgrade the Frostfire Wall some more. Yeah, we'll put you up there. We're going to pair you with this one to get up to 6 boot. This is our reserve card. This is +1, so we're at the 7 boot. Not enough, so we do have to suffer the penalty, discarding top 2 of deck. Don't love it. But then we do get to upgrade I'm just going to spend all 4 again on my reserve card here. Get it up to level 4. Discard the rest. Pushing it all into 1 card. I don't know if that's a good idea. There's not much in the way of like trickiness in this game. Like I'm not going to get hit by something terribly unexpected. Enemy 1. So we're fighting the red panda. Old Liz Davidson on the card there. 7 health. 8 initiative. 1 yellow attack, 1 yellow defense. 8 initiative. My goodness. Well, now all the feet come up. What are we doing? If I use this as my element, I have 7 initiative. So the thing here is if I'm unable to beat initiative, the enemy will attack before me, which I don't love. Let me see. Initiative. If the enemy has the ability, if the enemy's initiative is higher than yours, you will suffer the enemy's attack as early damage. I believe I just take early damage. Double check. Double checking. Suffer the enemy's combat damage in the penalty phase. I think I get hit twice if I can't beat either health or early damage or initiative. So I want to beat both. This is rough stuff. I can get up to 10 attack relatively easily. But I think I have to take some damage. Liz is a delight. I wouldn't hit the real Liz, but this red panda, I don't know. I don't trust it. It's coming at me. Can't use the red to boost anything. I would love to. I would love that 7 initiative. I could do this. I could fuse these. Use the element. Make this purple. 5 attack. Plus 3 to my attack. Get me to 8 attack, but still just 7 initiative. I need to get to 7 initiative. I don't think it's in the cards, eh? Alright. Am I foolish here? Because if I give this 1 initiative, yikes. Definitely enough attack. Give a boost. What do I want to hold on to? I don't think it super matters. What are we doing here? Very similar cards. Well, it's because they're both adapts, isn't it? Alright. Let's swing it. Let's hold on to the red card. Right. Oh, he has a shield against yellow. Yep, so I want to upgrade my red cards. Alright, so adapt up front is my reserve card. Over here we've got this serving as our element and our initiative. Initiative of 1 is bad. 10 attack, though, will take care of the 7 health. Plus 3 to, I don't know, initiative will also take care of that. Not ideal. I suffer early damage of 1, which I don't love. What do I downgrade here? 5 blue shield, my goodness. I only need to block out 2. Let's use it. Let's block it out with the brute force. So I downgraded a card. Oh, no, wait, that gives an enemy an ability. That gives a dang ability. Ambush when you suffer. I don't want to. I'll downgrade the yellow card. Sometimes you'll want to not downgrade certain cards. The enemy is half off screen. That is not just you. That is just me. All right. So I'm downgraded Adapt. That means I cannot use experience to upgrade it this round. But I have gotten experience of 4. I don't suffer regular damage because I have defeated the panda. And I have 4 XP to mess around with. Not ideal. I've got a bunch of 3s here, so let's throw it on this red card. Because this dragon's got some blue armor, so I don't know how much I want to be spending it on that. So flip that. that is reserved. To there. Boop. And if you suffer damage with a level 1 card, since it can't downgrade, it will just go away forever. It will become trashed, and you don't want that. Alright. We can put our dragon back here to sort of be ominous and scary, and not just off screen. That's kind of why we had this off to the side, but I can move all these over. I think I'm making this insane setup that I'm doing here. So I can tell I have 1 card left in my deck, so this next one will be the end of the area here, so it doesn't matter too much. It also doesn't really matter what I reserve because the entire deck gets shuffled, so also can't fuse anything. I'm looking at enemy 4. This dork has 2 initiative, easy to beat, 13 health, 3 damage, 3 purple shield. Woof. 13 health. So this does 8 damage. And it's a purple attack. So purple shields. So I can get up to 12 attack. No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. What am I talking about? 8. I can get to half. I can beat initiative. Man, that's a big boy. Alright, so if I pair here, reserve card again doesn't really matter. So I'll just do this as my bonus. This as the reserve. This is dealing. So paired here red, so I get the 8 damage, 4 initiative, beat his initiative. I have half his health, so I don't take early damage. I do take regular damage because I haven't fully defeated him. I take 3 damage. I could put it across these 2 cards, but I can just give it to 1 card. And heck, I've got purple shield, so I'm going to put it on this card because this blocks a lot of damage for a level 2. So I can't use experience on that. 8 experience though, and there's a 4 and a 4, so it feels correct to upgrade. 4 there, and then 4 there. That feels nice and round. And then I would draw, and I don't have enough cards, so I'm going to reshuffle. And then we're going to switch over to Region 2. The biggest thing with this game, don't drop your cards when shuffling. Or I implement the very light shuffle, very light mass shuffle. Because if you drop your cards and mess up your ordering, your progress is undone completely. Don't do that. Be careful with the shuffle. Alright. So we're into Region 2. We have our starting hand. I might be wrong about the reserve card as well with the swap over, but I'm playing it as is. So let's see here. We're facing Expedition 1. There's multiple modifiers. So we've got a moon. Subtract your initiative from your boost. Gross. And then on that one we've got the rocks. If you fail to attain complete victory, suffer 1 damage. Yeesh. Oh, and I can, what is it? I can, like, mulligan. I'm not going to use it. There's a lot of rules in here. And I don't need all of them for this run through. So I need to reach 10 foot. And it's red, which isn't helpful. Oof. What is the thing? I think I am going to do it because this is terrible. Alright. Here's our phases. Challenge phase. Face an enemy or journey. Check for hardships or choose to divert. We are diverting. You may avoid the current encounter and divert. To do this, discard the key card as well as a card of your choice from your hand. Let's discard the fleet-footed and this card. I don't like all of what's happened there. Okay, sure. Enemy 4 instead. That seems maybe better. Nope, that guy has 13 health. Still pretty bad. So I need to hit 7 to get any experience. He has a thing. If you suffer early damage, discard your reserve card. Sucker, I'm not going to have any reserve cards. 5 initiative. Sir, what are you doing? 3 blue attack, 2 blue shield. So we don't want to make blue our attack. So blue can be hanging out as a boost. This will get paired, so 6 initiative, not matching colors, so 5 attack. Plus 2 boost to the 5 gets me to 7. I have hit half of his health. I beat his initiative with 6. Do not beat his health. So he's going to hit me for 3. Oh, across 2 cards. Oh no. I'm going to get 7 experience. Come on, Destruction. Why don't you block out more? Oh, 7 across 2 cards. So if I use 3 here, 3 and then 4, I can upgrade twice. This one I can't, certainly. Yeah. This one I also can't, so I'm going to suffer it on both of these. Flip back to 2, down to 1. And then this one I'm going to put 3, and then 4. At least I was able to use my XP. Drawing a full hand. I don't know about this run. And Grimrock's one of the harder guys, so I'm not feeling grand about this one. So we're looking at enemy 2. Okay, well that's just a nice little ogre. 10 health, 8 initiative. That guy shouldn't be so fast. What? No special effects. 2 yellow attack, 1 yellow defense, 4 XP. 10 health. So I can fuse these. I'm just burning through cards, but I think I got it. If I fuse these, I can make a blue. Initiative 5. Fuse here, gives me a 10 attack. And then throw this over here for a 3 boost on the 5 initiative. That was a complete defeat. Yes. Complete defeat. No damage suffered. 4 experience gained. 4. 2 and 3. 4 is a bad number. I'm going to upgrade this fleet-footed. And then discard the whole pile. Over here. I'm excited to play this on a plane. It feels like optimal place for this one. Play it on the way to PAX. It's going to be just a fun, nice sit. Enemy 1. We got a little gnome. He has ranged. You must suffer early damage. Discard a reserve card to ignore this effect. Again, gross. I don't like it. He has 9 health, 6 initiative. I could beat both, but I'd have to discard a reserve. Anyways, to do it, so it's not really worth it. Let's just focus on killing this fool, which I don't think I can do with these cards. Oh. I get to 9 attack if I fuse. Still take early damage. Otherwise, 5 attack off you. Oh, plus 5. Okay, never mind. So we got there. 1 initiative, 5 blue attack, plus 5 off the adapt. This is our reserve card. We're going to take early damage anyways. I have an initiative of 1, so we're not going to bother discarding the reserve card. We take the early damage of 2 purple damage, which we are going to throw. He's going to give us 5 XP. That's rough. Everything costs 3. Let's not downgrade our reserve card, I suppose. Let's downgrade a blue card because that man is blue. Lots of blue shields. Let's downgrade the Frostfire Wall from the early damage. We will not suffer regular damage. We have beaten that. So we'll get 5 XP. Upgrade our reserve card for that. Discard the rest. At least one more hand. No. There's no top card, so that ends the region. Ooh, I'm not doing so hot here. Not doing so hot. Into region 3. We're shuffling up. An exercise of me getting punched in the face is what this one feels like. Big old dragon coming up. Yikes. Yikes. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. A lot of weak cards in here still. My deck has no weak cards. Alright, so Expedition 1, 14 blue with a little moon. Subtract your initiative from your boost. Gross. Also, steep. Increase the journey's MP by your reserve cards boost. Oh my goodness. I don't even want a reserve card. Subtract your initiative from your boost. Gross. How much does it matter here? If I fuse these two. Confuse these. Give myself 1 initiative. Purple plus 2. So you give me 1 initiative, so I would minus that. Because it's night travel, so I would put that at 6. Plus 2, 8. A steep by your reserve card. No reserve card, so no increase there. I've done half. So I'll still get the penalty. Gross. Gross. And then I get 7 experience, though, which is pretty good. So let's upgrade for 3, and for 1. Man. Pretty good. Pretty good encounter, I think. Maybe I'm a fool. Okay, this is a pile of good cards. Expedition 4. Well, I wanted to fight like a big monster with this pile of good fights in my hand. But I suppose I'll take on a mountain. Yellow boot. Pair here, yellow boot. There we go. Plus 3 from this. That gives me no other effects. No. Just 11. No effects granted by that. We are just plowing through with 13 boot. Here's our reserve card. I just get 5 XP. Nice. 2. So let's upgrade adapt. And then let's upgrade adapt. That was 5, 2, and 3. Yeah. Nice. Keep the reserve card because it has a big, big boost on it. That felt like a good one to keep. Draw 3 more. Top card is Expedition 4 once more. Stop it. Don't want to go on that expedition again. Okay, let's see. So this can just be 6 plus 5 hits 11. Yes. Destruction is a reserve card. Burning Bridges is the element here. Does not match, so I don't get an extra buff there. No other benefits. So I have hit it exactly at 6 plus 5, 11, 5 XP once more, no penalty, 5 XP, let's throw it on the reserve card, because I will be maintaining that, discard the rest. I don't think I've got one more hand here. Oh, so not optimal plays. No cover card means that I cannot play the hand out. So on to region 4. I got to upgrade some cards there. We're not completely dead in the water. All right. Deal ourselves some new cards. Let's go another journey. I've been journeying a lot. Not been fighting much. This one's 14 blue. 14 blue with the treacherous that if I fail to obtain complete victory, I will suffer 1 damage. I do hate that. So I do need to generate 14 boots, bonus if they're blue. But what I can do here, bloop, maintain the adaptable pair, element yellow, gives me the 10 boot, plus 5 from this, gets me to 15 boot. Yes, 15 boot. That's a boot right. I beat it. 7 XP to spend. So let's spend 2 here. Oh, 2 here. 5 left. I got yellow shield, no red shield, so let's upgrade the motivated flight to 4. No. What do I want? I'm only gonna get 1 more upgrade. That's gonna jump me from a 2 shield to a 5 shield though. That's pretty good. Jump me from a 3 shield to a 3 purple. He's not doing purple damage. Let's upgrade River Swiftness. I'm not gonna upgrade my reserve card. Alright. Blambo. We're gonna deal 3 more cards. 8. We're enemy 2. We're against an enemy. So 9 health, 10 initiative. 3 red attack, 1 red defense, 5 XP, ranged. Get out of here with the ranged. My goodness. So let's see. Don't think. I mean, I can get the health. I'm gonna take the damage. Aren't I? Yeah. Yep. What do I want to reserve? It's gonna deal me 3 red damage. I'll put it on that. That seems correct to put it on too. So you're gonna go to the back of the line here. Because that would cost how much to upgrade back? 3 versus 4. Yeah. Get the back. Go to the front. Fleet-footed can go here, I believe is how I wanted to do this. That puts me at 10 attack exactly. I'm not going to discard my card to remove ranged because I can't beat the initiative as well anyways. I don't believe. No. Alright, so I'm going to take 3 early damage. I'm going to put that on this card here. Downgrade it to a level 2. That cannot be used for XP. Now I have 5 XP. Oh, do I actually want to do this? What am I doing here? 5. I can upgrade that for 4. I'm going to put it here. No. I do that. And then I have 5 XP. So spend 2. That costs 6 to fully upgrade. Massive waste of XP. 2 to get that fleet-footed to level 2, and then it costs 4, and I've only got 3 left. Yeesh. No good. Oh, what was my reserve, though? What was I reserved? I had this paired with. Yes, I think. Oh, that was paired with this. And this with the boost. This is the reserve, I believe. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think fleet-footed was my reserve. But I might be misremembering. Alright. Enemy 2, eh? Enemy 2 with the ambush. When you suffer early damage, double it. I hate that, especially since it's the ranged feller again. So how do we do that here? You really want me to have red cards, don't you? I think I gotta do the go again. This is a rough one. It's only gonna give me 5 XP anyways. Eesh. I'll take 6 damage from it. So let's discard Rain of Blood and the key card to divert. Enemy 1. We can work with that. Anyone's 13 health. Gross. When you suffer damage, also suffer 1 damage next hand. My goodness. Let's see. So confuse 2 cards. That's super not worth it, is it? 13 health. Yikes. Can I get to half? That is the question. I have to fuse my good attack to make it. Huh. Can I even beat initiative? No. Let's not get hit twice is the one thing. So get to 5 initiative paired with 7 attack. Plus 2 to initiative. So I'm at 6, so I don't take early damage. Do take regular damage of 2 purple. 2 purple, 2 purple. Put it here. I'm gonna have to take 1 more damage on my next hand, which blows. I don't know how much it matters, so let's put it onto this destruction. Oh, yeah, sure. That's the one I can't upgrade. I have defeated it. 7 XP for. Oh, man. Don't want to do that. Downgrade Rain of Blood. I think it's been 5. It doesn't matter. Oh, the numbers just are not lining up for old me. Yeah, let's put 4 here. We discard it all. Lose out on some delicious 3 XP, and I will be taking 1 more damage at the start of this hand from poison. I can, however, that more table than cards in the main selection. I do have that. Let me see. Let me see what I can do. Again, skeleton crew here this time around. So let me see. PC cards and better graphic design. Yeah. Ooh. Let's see. How's that working? How's that working? Go here. You just heard? Yeah. A little lower. A little more over. Doing this on a delay, so forgive the. Oh, that's so close. Let's see, that might be too much of a drop. Let's see. Didn't seem to change much. Sorry for the glare. They are foiled and PVC. Makes them very hard to film. Alright, here's my remaining cards in deck. I have 1 card. So we know Dragon is next, which does stink. I don't like it. Not a fan. So let's see. I do have a cover card though, which is great, because if this wasn't here, I would just be right in Dragon right now. So it's enemy 1 once more. I take 1 damage up top. I will still be able to upgrade that card. because it's not damage in the damage phase. So again, this enemy is the same one, the poison one. Very annoying. 13 health, 6 initiative. I don't think I can do it again anyways, no matter where I put. So I'm going to put the 1 damage on this. I am going to suffer damage again. That's just no good. Let's see. I think the best I can do, I can get a 5 blue attack. Oh, and it has a blue shield. This is gonna be I'm gonna get to the drag. Actually, I don't even know. I might lose in the journey. This has not been going my way. Okay, so I want to beat 6 initiative. I don't want early damage. So you're gonna be my element card. Regardless. So element there. Let's pair with you. Sure, why not? So give me an attack of 3? Really? Oh, this is no good. I don't want to do a blue attack, right? Because blue shield on enemies is not good for me. Alright, it's a shield. Am I crazy? Armor. Yeah, it's armor. Ugh. Ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it. I can get to a 3 attack. I can get to a 5 attack. That is not half. Ugh. Can I get to half is the other question here. I don't even think I can get that. I don't have a yellow. Can I divert and just not do this? Might be better. It'll end the region. You may avoid the current encounter and divert. To do this, discard the key card as well as a key card, and then return to the first of the challenge. You know you're doing. Is that you have to face your own 3 cards in it. Also give you. Yeah, and it looks like I can. I'm diverting. So I discard a card from hand, discard the top card. Oh no, there's no key card. I have to go to the next area. Which is the dragon. Which is the dragon. Rah. Big, large, in charge. Dragon. Final battle. Not final battle quite yet, actually. Final journey. So let's see. Yes, and I am doing a retouch on the tutorial video as well for this with the final stuff, because it's a little out of date since the campaign. And then we're also going to be doing a North Vale and Siege rules video as well, because Siege is a weird thing that Joe made. And in the future we might do the modifiers as videos as well, but videos take a lot of time. Sure do. Alright, so draw my hand. Take 7 mage cards. Evaluate the MP tiers. So this fella got MP tiers of 15 blue, 21 blue, 27 blue. If I can hit 27 feet, I only gotta take 1 time penalty. So that's what we want to do. We do that by building out 2 action sets. So out of our 7 cards, 1, 2. I'm gonna draw all my good attack cards, aren't I? So many good attack cards. Oh no. Regroup is optional. What is a regroup again? Oh boy. After drawing cards for the final journey, you can choose to regroup. To regroup, discard 1 card, shuffle the remaining 6 from hand, and then put them back in the deck. From your hand, and then put them back in the deck, behind all the other mage cards put in front, then attempt the final journey again, drawing a 7. Okay, so we got one really good travel card here. I've got 2 of my best attacks. I think I regroup. That seems really bad. How much could I even generate here? I could generate 9 boot. Oh, no, what do I use this to make 11? So I generate 11 boot, 17 boot, 23 boot, 26? Yeah, I'm 1 shy. Yeah, that's not even worth it. I'll discard 1 from hand. Discard the worst one. Shuffle these up, put them at the back. I'm going to hide myself from this so there's more room for the cards real quick. Okay. So, shuffle those up. Put them at the back of the deck. And then deal myself 7 new cards. Okay. Much less bad to get rid of this attack, because who cares about that one? So, my 2 action sets. That's going to be 11 boot. It's going to be 10 boot. Okay. We got 21 boot. 31 boot. Oh, we can have 1 reserve card as well. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, right? You carry these over as well? I believe so. Scroll path. Assign rolls, use some mage cards. Into the final journey, you're drawing a new 7-card hand. To determine the outcome, add the move from the 2 action sets together for a total move. If you use an enhanced move in either action set, final journey's MP, you can add the boost from your reserve card. Yeah, you do care about reserve card. Sick. What do I want as my reserve card? Do I even need both +5s, right? So I made 21. This makes 31. So no, I don't need. So I can keep you. You here, but you're 9 attack. I think I've got better than that. Oh, you're also 9 attack. You both give up purple. So there we go. More than enough. We have hit the final one there, so we just discard the top card. We have a time penalty of 1. Okay. Come on, Grimlock. Now we're on the actual dragon fight. Actual dragon fight. We draw the rest of the deck, right? Fairly certain. Reshuffle all except any that were trapped. Begin the final battle. Final battle. Yes. Final journey. Take all the remaining mage card decks and your cards in your hand. Check 3 HP tiers. Yes. All right. Here's what we are looking at. Let's move you a little to the side. Discard is right there. Destruction. Fast fireball. Rain of blood. Fleet-footed. River swiftness. Okay. My numbers are a little less big than I thought they were. This is our big hitter, though. 14 attack and red, so no shield for that. So that is going to be one of our attacks, certainly. Otherwise, let's see. There's another red attack. No shield for that. That's probably the better one, because any other color, 9 minus 2 is going to be 7, yeah. So this is going to be, these are our 2 attacks. Boom. 2 attacks. You're going to have it paired. He has an initiative of 10. Currently have 5 initiative. We're currently dealing, or no, we don't have 5 initiative. If we pair with reds, which we will, right here. But I don't think it matters which is which. No. Maybe it does. I'll think about it. Might fuse because +5 is good. Our +5 is good. But this would put me at 11 initiative. and would give me these 22 attack. So I'm hitting the lowest tier. But if I can add more boost, 22. Okay. All right. I'm trying to generate 9 boost. I don't think we can get there, but let's see. This is so specifically unfortunate what has happened. Oh, to fuse, I would have to fuse 2 cards of the same color to take over here. That should give me the +5, but then I only have a +3. I need this +4, because that'll give me a +8. 16. That gets me to 30. That's so unfortunate. As it is, I think that is just what we're doing, which again hits 22 +7 or 29. We hit the middle tier. Hit the middle tier. Our 2 reserve cards over here. So middle tier is fine. Middle tier is fine. Maybe. Who knows? But then he gets to blast back. If we can survive, we win. And he attacks and we hit the middle tier for 20 damage. Which is 5, 10, 16. Actually, no, this is more. Because it's blue. Let's stunt on this dragon. I'm doing great. What is my shields? I think it can take. Can it take twice as much? That seems insane. Blocking 12 damage? Penalty phase. This is your resolve time penalties. You suffered multiple times. No. To downgrade a card oriented, this soaks damage equal to the card's armor before it is downgraded. If the ether amount of the armor matches that of the enemy's attack, the armor soaks double its printed value. My goodness. So 12 right there. 12. Let's do it exactsies. 12, 15, 20. I downgrade those, and then I win. I won. There you go. All the way to the right. All the way to the right. Yeah, so here is the final orientation on these for my attacks. Here's the 2 reserve cards. Here are the attacks. Oh, I did the exact opposite thing. Over here. Why am I back? I took myself off. I turned my face off so that you can see the cards better. So that was the final orientation. And then Grimrock, in as much as he matters, is visible here, right? Is this right? He's peeking up from behind me. I should have had him here all along, probably. I'm just peeking. All right. So yeah, I ended up with 2 red cards paired with these 2, generating 22 attack, +4, +3, +7 up to 29. 2 short of our 31 ultimate goal, but we're then able to, across all of our cards here, soak his 20 damage attack. So 20 blue attack. We have a 6 blue shield because I was smartly upgrading that above all else. So that soaks up 12 damage on its own. And then we've got 15 and 20 damage. So we have survived the dragon's attack. I do realize, or no, I didn't actually suffer that damage. Yeah, I did it. And that is base Dragons of Etchinstone. So, yeah. Oh, I love this Christmas sweater. I am so sad with this. Speaking of this Christmas sweater, I'm so sad that they, meaning the world at large, I suppose, have made a Gremlins movie menu, but it is at Jack in the Box, which do not exist in Minnesota. There's a current in the year 2025 Gremlins midnight or after midnight meal deal. Jack in the Box, which do not exist in Wisconsin, Minnesota, or Philadelphia, which I'll be in next week, and I was going to very sadly seek out a Jack-in-the-Box to eat at so that I could eat the Gremlins menu, but it's not exist in Pittsburgh either. But speaking of that, if you are in the area next week for PAX, make sure to come by the booth. We will have Rose for sale, actually. That's a big announcement that I think we probably should have said earlier. If you're at PAX, Rose will be there. We have lots of copies of it. Come by the booth. Pick up your copy of Rose. First place you can buy it anywhere in the world. Take a peek at a card, maybe. What card? What card to peek at? What card to peek at? Maybe the Catapult? Who knows? Chef and Cheese 2. I am almost positive that is the case. I can verify. I can give a full list of what we will have there, if that is of interest to people. I don't think there's a secret that we're not trying to share with folks about what's going to be there. Where is it? Pick list. All right. I know there's no Jack in the Box. So who will be there? It will be Andrew. It will be other Andrew Chesney. Devin will be there, Devin Norris. I think that's anyone from the main crew here. Brandon, who works at conventions for us a lot, and Bailey. I believe we'll both be there. And then a lot of our lovely ambassadors. Oh, and then of course Josh 3.0 will be there in his his wheelbarrow. Come say hi to him. So we will have coffee at the booth. We will have mugs at the booth. We will have CTG Kids games at the booth, both in the 4-pack and the individuals, and we will have both sets of the kids games. We will have Fight 5, the deluxe edition. We will have 20 Strong in It's Too Many Bones, Victorum, Tanglewoods, red, gold, white, Baba Yaga, the storage kits, like the Strong Box, the Stronghold, and the Strong Go. I think we're all the three. Rose will be there, a whole bunch of Rose. And make sure to hit the like button, the like button once, not twice. But if you hit it twice, why not a third time? That's how you do it. 20 Strong All In is going to be there. Elder Scrolls Valenwood. I have to imagine Elder Scrolls will also be there as well. The art book will be there in a limited fashion. Deluxe draw bags. Premium battle mat, a very small amount of premium battle mats. Premium health. Blacksmith pack. The adventurer inventories. Yes, there will be chef class. Come get a chef class. I will be there to hand it off. The one who made the chef. Betrayal of the Second Era, yes, there will be Elder Scrolls. There will be Too Many Bones. There will be Undertow. There will be Unbreakable. Some of the Pandora's stuff will be there. Very not much. So if you want Pandora's stuff, be there the day we open. And then we will have Roth and all of its expansions, as well as the Neon Dice tray. That is the full list of everything at PAX Unplugged. If anything on that list struck your fancy, make sure to stop by the booth, say hi, pick up a copy of Rose. This is Rose. Pick up a copy of this. It's one of the best ones. They're all one of the best ones. I'll keep saying that. I just like novelty. New stuff is good to me, but I also like how much this series just keeps getting iterated on, because this is also one of the best, and shows up the worst on green screen inexplicably because it's blue. Oh, the bird's green. That's what's doing it. Okay, thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoy stuff like this, make sure to give this stream a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with everything we do. And we'll be back in less than 2 weeks. We'll be back on Monday. Rose is based on Beauty and the Beast. Briar Rose is the name of the character from the initial tale, I believe, instead of Belle. I think Belle is a translation, modernization thing. I don't know, though. Logan named it, and it was on theme with color. Yep. And it's not Rose Matter or what are some other Rose things that Stephen King wrote about. He loves that word. Okay. I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to go. Thanks so much. We'll be back on Monday, whatever that date is. Not this coming Monday, but the following Monday at 10:30 to show off some Rose gameplay and to talk about the Black Friday deals, which will be launching the very next day. So check that out. It's already scheduled right now, so you can go wait in the waiting room for that. Just head right over there. Be live in a short, 2 weeks or so. Rose, that drops pedal. I mean, there is a timer in this one. You're going to be wowed. Rose works in ways that are completely different from any of the other decks. Completely different from the other decks. There is no gold timer. Yeah, go chat the Rose one. Get a nice, healthy chat going. What time? 10:30 Central, I believe. I don't know when the holiday sale is going live, but the next day, sometime. Yeah, if you have any last minute questions right now, I can handle them. I'll stick around for a sec. But yeah, the live stream next week, or not next week. I'm going to keep saying next week. My head is in a brain warp with these dates. PAX Unplugged is next week. But then the following week, we have the Black Friday sale and the Black Friday stream. Or the holiday stream. I don't know. It's a holiday sale. Riffle will be in there. Trove Chest will be on pre-order. Those are the key things that I can say for sure. It seems like that's it. I don't see any other questions. So, thanks again for sticking around and watching some Dragons play. Be back in a little less than 2 weeks to hear what we've got for holiday sales. And make sure to come by the booth and say hey at PAX Unplugged. Pick up your copy of Rose. I can confirm that will not be a different price in the online sale versus in person. It will be the same. In fact, you might get a deal because there's no shipping. Except if you have to buy luggage to carry it, but it's a deck of cards. You shouldn't. I gotta go. I'm gonna walk off screen and end the stream. Thanks so much again for tuning in. See you in a bit.